Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to add a new scene to your project, and I'm going to show you how to quickly cut your background from the first scene and put it in your second scene. I'm also going to tell you how to put stuff from the library back into your scene too, and I'm going to show you how to animate the text. So to add another scene, you go to Insert and a new scene, and it'll pop a new scene in there. I already have one, so I'm not actually going to click it. And when you do insert new scene, it will give you a whole new timeline, a whole new layers, a whole blank new stage. Make sure you do them in order. If you need to go back to scene one, they're right here on the director clipper thing. I think it's called a clipper. I don't know. Whatever that director board thing's called. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the background out. And I'm just going to name it background. And I'm going to go back to scene one. And I'm going to unlock the sky and the ground. And that's pretty much it. And I'm going to go out here to the end, and I'm just going to grab it like this. Okay? So I'm going to copy it, and it's going to be on one layer, even though really your sky and your grass should be on two layers. But I'm not going to change it, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Then I'm going to add stuff. So I'm going to add a bat in here. I'm going to add a new layer for all this stuff. Cat and moon, all my stuff that was in my background, my tree, my pumpkin, and then I need one more. Oh, my witch. Okay. So to add this stuff, I'm going to go to the bat layer, and there's a book thing over here on by your properties. It's little books. It's your library. And each of these things should be in your library. So I'm on the bat. And the bat I didn't name, I just added it in there different. So I'm going to put the bat on there. I'm going to lock it. I'm going to go to the cat. Which one's the cat? Cat. And I'm just putting them in here really fast. The moon. I need to have the bat above the moon so it doesn't look stupid. The tree. Creepy tree. I don't know why in the library it makes them so big, but you can resize them. Pumpkin, so I can have my movie clip on both scenes. If you don't want it, you don't have to do it. It's just up to you. And one more thing, my witch, because my witch is going to write my writing in the sky. What? I shouldn't hear you. So I'm going to shrink her down because she's going to fly and write my writing in the sky. So I'm going to lock all these layers, and I'm going to make a new layer called text. Okay, and then on my text, it's very important that you see the properties right here, because you have to have the properties to change the font and the color and the size. So I'm going to get the T right here, and I'm going to make sure I'm on a new layer, and I'm going to just write Happy Halloween. And I already changed it to this text. If I don't like that text, the text is under the family one. I don't know why this one calls it family, but it does. So I'm just going to leave it on that one because that one's pretty creepy looking. And then I changed it to orange because it's Halloween. Okay, so right now my text is up here in the sky, and it's got one big blue rectangle around the whole thing. It's because that's all together. So when I click this and I try to move it, it moves it all together. If I hit Control B on my keyboard one time, it separates my text into letters. So I could animate this like these letters are shaking, or they're jumping, or they're like scared, and I can make them like shaky, like they're scared of Halloween or something. I don't know. I could do all kinds of stuff with my letters. I could make them fall in out of the sky, so I can move them all up here, and in frame one, the H falls in frame two, the A falls in frame three, the P falls in. I could do that. What I'm going to do is actually break them apart one more time. So Control B one more time. And then I'm going to erase them backwards so that it looks like the witch is writing them. So I broke them all apart. Then I'm going to add a couple frames on here before I start actually doing this. So I'm going to go F6 out to frame 5. Then I'm going to get my eraser, and I'm going to erase about half the letters each keyframe. So you see how I'm adding keyframes while I'm erasing? And I'm doing this quick. I would do this slower if I were you. Okay, and I'm going to add a couple before I get up here to the Y, because she's going to go all the way back over here. Okay, and I'm not doing a great job because there's a little bit of orange right there, but you get the idea. I'm going fast. Okay, so now if I play this, it's backwards, so it disappears backwards. What I need to do is highlight this whole keyframe section and reverse it. So I'm going to highlight it and reverse the frames. That way, it's going to go like this, like she's typing it. But that is like way, way too fast. So how do I slow down animation? Add F5s to them. So I'm going to add like 5 to each of these just to slow it down so it... I shouldn't hear talking. Each of these I'm adding like 4 keyframes. So this is already going to be like 90 frames just with the text. Okay, so now when I play this, it looks like it's writing it in the sky. So how would I get the witch to look like she's writing that? Like she's flying over it. So someone said in my other class, a classic tween. But I'm going to do a motion tween because she's going to come across here, and then she's going to come down here and come across this way. So for the witch, I'm going to extend it all the way out to where it ends, F5, okay? And then in frame 1, I'm going to flip her the other way. I have to unlock her. She's going to start this way. I need her facing the other way, okay? So in frame 1, she's going to be right there, and I'm going to motion tween this so she can follow the writing. So in frame 1, she's there, and I'm just going to follow the writing. In frame 5, she's about there. Every one of these, 10, 15, like she's writing this. And then over here, she's going to come flying back over here. She's going to do backwards. Backwards broom flying is amazing. And each one of these is a motion. I didn't want to go inside her. Don't go inside her. Bless you. And it doesn't have to be exact. It can be close. Because this is going to move pretty quick, so it's not going to look like... Almost done. And then maybe at the end, I want her to like end up here. Okay, so let me extend all of these, F5, because none of this stuff is going to change. Just there to make it look pretty. Okay, File, Publish Preview. It's going to play my first and second scenes. And she's going to write that in the sky. It's kind of slow. I would work on the timing, but you get the idea. So erase it backwards from the N all the way up to the H in happy, and then reverse it. That's the easiest way to do it. And then if you want something to be writing it in the sky, have a motion tween. If you want them to fall in from like the top, then just keyframe that. Have the letters start at the top and have them fall in one letter at a time. You can also do that. You can also make them look like they're shaking and they're scared. Just move them a little in each keyframe. Like move them back and forth and they'll look like they're shaking. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do.